James Nicholas Gray was born in 1944 in San Francisco. He attended Berkeley, graduating with a bachelor's degree in mathematics and engineering in 1966 and a PhD in computer science for work on context-free grammars and formal language theory in 1969. In 1971, Gray joined IBM working on parallel computing at the Watson Research Center in Yorktown, but spending winter in New York caused him to move back to California to work at IBM's San Jose Research Laboratory, where he worked on a relational model for database systems known as System R. In 1980, Gray quit IBM but continued to work on database systems at Tandem Computers and Digital. It was work on these database systems that led to winning a Turing Award in 1998, particularly his work on transactions. In order to have reliable databases, they would need to remain internally consistent, even in the case of a crash or other computer failure. For example, a bank transferring money would either have to complete the entire transfer or none of it. Otherwise, the money would vanish mid-transfer or be found in both accounts, which would be disastrous. To prevent this, transactions had to have what are called ACID properties: atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. In 1994, Gray began work at Microsoft to, in his words, put all the world's scientific data online along with tools to analyze the data. This involved work on TerraServer, a tool for accessing satellite imagery, as well as SkyServer for astronomical data, as well as working on an approach for molecular biology, environmental science, and oceanography. On January 28, 2007, Gray went missing during a sailing trip to the Fallon Islands. In addition to the search and rescue being performed by the Coast Guard, Gray's friends and colleagues worked to organize an amateur search of their own. Befitting with his work with Microsoft, this was done by collecting images from Digital Globe, a company that specializes in high-resolution satellite imagery, and manually searching the pictures for any sign of Gray or his boat. To analyze this much data, Amazon's Mechanical Turk service was used to distribute small sections of the satellite pictures to people around the world, effectively crowdsourcing the search. At the same time, another team was working on a model of the ocean currents to determine where the boat would be, given the location from the satellite images. In spite of these efforts, Jim Gray was never located, and 5 years after his disappearance, he was declared legally dead. The attempts to locate him, however, have provided valuable tools for high-volume image processing, group coordination, and ocean drift modeling, all of which can be applied to future search operations.